Okay, I saw it right over there. Oh my gosh!
Oh shit, somebody's coming. It does look like a person. All jokes aside, I'm seeing something directly right there in front of me.
Exploring with Angelo is known for remote winter camping videos where isolation and strange events often blur together. In this episode, Angelo and Frank attempt to set up camp on a frozen lake. But what happens that night becomes far more unsettling than expected. The day begins with Angelo preparing the sled and snowmobile to transport gear across deep snow. After reaching the lake, he spends hours digging out a campsite and hauling supplies back and forth. Everything feels normal, just another exhausting winter setup until night falls. While exploring the frozen lake, both men suddenly hear what sounds like someone yelling in the distance.
Yeah.
What's that?
What the hell?
Sounds like somebody yelled out.
Oh?
I don't know. You know, the same thing happened yesterday, too. When I came out here to check, I kept hearing somebody screaming. I don't know which direction it was coming from.
Well, it's really hard to tell out here.
Yeah.
Angelo mentions hearing similar screams the day before, even though there should be no one nearby. The atmosphere quickly shifts as they move further out into the darkness. Things take a disturbing turn when Frank suddenly stops walking and appears disoriented. He has no memory of stopping and insists the last thing he remembers is being near the tent.
Why'd you stop? Frank? What? Frank? What are you doing? Are you trying to f me right now? Hello? Grab the cat. Are you okay?
What?
Why'd you stop?
I'm not sure. I stopped?
You're not sure you stopped?
Yeah. Weren't we just...
Yeah, you literally just stopped for like no reason.
I don't remember stopping.
Okay, that's really weird.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Angelo points out that they had walked much farther than that, and the confusion between them becomes impossible to explain. Moments later, they both believe they see a person near the camp area. The figure seems to vanish, without making any sound.
For a second, I thought I saw a person up there.
Me too.
All the way up, like that hill, right?
Yes.
Hello?
It could have been the chimney shadow. I don't know.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
The smoke coming out is making it
Yeah.
a little complicated, yeah.
Something that shouldn't be possible in thick snow. Uneasy, they head back toward the tent. The situation escalates when Angelo later returns to find Frank missing.
Frank? Let me just check up on him, make sure he's okay. Frank? The hell? Where the hell is he? Frank? Where the hell did he go?
After searching, he discovers him outside in the freezing darkness without gear or memory of how he got there.
Frank? What the hell is he doing? Frank? Why is he just... Frank? What the fuck? Frank? You okay? What the fuck are you doing here?
I don't have an answer for you.
What?
I just went to go lay down.
Yeah, I know. That's where I expected you to be.
Frank describes it like lost time, as if he never left the tent at all. Back inside, they attempt to communicate using a spirit app, which responds with unsettling phrases like "don't push it" and "the children play games."
We gotta be up early to pack this shit show up and get all back to the truck and take off from here. But anyway, if there is something here and you want to talk to me on this thing, got the skinwalker talker going right now. Oh, it spoke. I just didn't have my volume up. It said, "I'm with my parents." Okay. Who are you? I feel like I have something stuck on my teeth.
Probably a piece of pork chop.
Combined with the earlier screams and Frank's unexplained behavior, the night ends with a chilling realization. Whatever is out there might not just be watching. It might be interfering. Jasko returns with a new camper van and spends the night inside a forest, known for mysterious deaths, disappearances, shadow figures, strange voices, and rumors of a possible serial killer. Before settling in, he explains the dark history of the area and why people believe the forest may still be dangerous.
There's strange disappearances that have happened here. People coming across personal belongings that belong to those who went in and never came out. There have also been reports of strange paranormal activity happening all throughout this forest. Seeing shadow figures, hearing screams, hearing familiar voices, loved ones. This place is nuts.
He first explores near a blocked, snowy entrance where the spirit app immediately gives unsettling responses like dread, Sylvestri, they left me and my belongings. The words become creepier when he finds actual abandoned items near a table, including boots, a backpack, clothing, and strange papers.
Some backpack, some boots. I see something green under there as well. But I also see this sign here that says bus turnaround. I don't know why that's on the table, but these prints are going all the way down.
The investigation gets darker when the app says unalived and find my body, which makes Jasko wonder if it is connected to one of the forest's death stories.
Unalived.
Unalived. Unalived. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is it talking about that girl? Wait.
Find my body.
Okay.
While standing near the frozen lake, he hears noises around him and believes something is walking toward him through the snow.
Okay. So as you can see, the ice is right there. We're basically on the water right now. Okay. Silvestri. Or is there anybody here with me right now? Can you please make yourself known? Please come forward. Let me know you're here. What? Dehydration. Is that how you die? Wait a second. It sounds like something's walking towards me on the snow.
Grave.
Grave? Can you show yourself? Can you show yourself?
He hears noises around him, receives responses like grave and move location, and believes something is walking toward him through the snow. He then uses necrophonic near the belongings and hears responses suggesting someone drowned, including die, drown, and the child drowned.
Can you tell me who these belongings belong to? I did not like that. Did you die here? Die. How did you die? Were you murdered? He was. But who's speaking for him? Drown. I just heard drown. Who drowned? Can you give me a name? The child drowned? Okay.
After taking night photos toward the lake, he thinks he sees something tall standing in the distance where nothing should be.
There's something. I'm telling you guys, at one point I saw what looked like something tall standing in the distance. You can kind of see like a... Remember, this is a lake. There's nothing that's supposed to be like tall and dark in the distance. This is a huge lake.
Jasko later tries a hide and clap experiment deeper in the woods. Something claps back from behind him. The tension spikes when he hears talking ahead of him. The app says, figures between the trees.
Bro, I hear talking. I hear talking in the forest right now. Hold on. Turn my light on. Guys, I legitimately hear talking, like right in front of me. Do you hear that? It's like...
And he leaves a bracelet as an offering before running back toward the van. Inside the camper, he reads the forest's disturbing history, including 17 documented deaths and reports of voices mimicking hikers. Later, during a spirit session, something hits the van. Voices gather outside.
That's so confusing to me, because like I... What the fuck was that? What the hell was that? Oh, I'm so freaked out. What the fuck was that? Who just hit the back of the van?
And finally, Jasko hears what sounds like a gunshot, forcing him to flee.
Fine, let me know you're here. Whoa! What the? Yo, who? What the? Bro, there's nobody outside. Guys, there's literally nobody out here. What the fuck?
Cursed Urban is a paranormal investigation channel known for exploring haunted locations, using spirit apps, and documenting encounters that often blur the line between fear and the unknown. In this video, Dan heads into a place locals call the Forest of Exile, a massive area rumored to be filled with disappearances, cryptids, and something far darker. The night starts relatively calm as Dan sets up camp and explains the eerie reputation of the forest.
Once you go in here, then you're lost for good. I guess. I don't know. I don't know the entire history, but there has been some tragic stories of people being lost in this forest and never being found. Now, the legends go deeper than that. The legends go that these people were not lost, that they were actually taken by one of the numerous creatures that supposedly live here. Now, we've had reports of the Bigfoot, we've had reports of the Rake, of skinwalkers, of the Dogman, of hellhounds. Everything is here. Everything is here. It's like a cryptid hotspot.
But things shift quickly when he heads down a trail and begins hearing heavy footsteps and movement nearby, followed by what he believes is a shadow figure moving between trees.
I just heard something up there. That was big. What was that? I heard something walking up there. I definitely, for sure, I know I'm not just imagining that.
This is where the tension begins to build. Using a spirit communication app, the situation escalates fast. The responses turn unsettling with phrases like screaming, "I can't protect you," and "Beware of the dark," followed by an actual scream echoing through the forest.
Screaming. That's weird. Who was screaming? Were you the one screaming or somebody else? Yo, holy dude, no way. No way.
The energy shifts from curious to openly hostile. Back at camp, things only get worse. The app warns him you are not safe, while he also spots a distant light in the forest that doesn't seem to have a clear source. Later, knocking sounds lead him to nearby structures.
I'm with my children.
Yo, holy shit. Dude, we gotta go check that out. I think I know exactly where that came from. We're going to check that out right now. Alright guys, like I said, I am at a forest. State forest. And there happens to be, outhouses around here.
where another loud, close-range scream sends him into panic.
What was that? Dude. That was like the closest scream I've ever heard.
The most disturbing moment comes when Dan wakes up to something touching his tent, only to discover his propane tank has been physically turned off. Realizing he may not be alone, he decides to pack up. The final moments are pure tension as he hears footsteps, sees glowing eyes in the darkness.
Oh, I see. Someone's looking at me. Oh, his eye's gone. Oh, what was that? I just saw straight up there something looking through the darkness at me. And it was neither of those two reflectors. That's what I thought it was at first. See those reflectors on the tree? One should be dead ahead, and there's one right to the left of it. It's two reflectors on the tree. I thought that's what it was, because it looked just like that. Then its eyes shut. What is out here?
And gets one last chilling message telling him to leave. At that point, he doesn't hesitate. This wasn't just another investigation. It felt like something in that forest didn't want him there and made sure he knew it. Exploring with Bear heads into the forests of northeast Ohio with his wife Tiff after a recent wave of Bigfoot sightings in the area. He explains that witnesses have reported large figures, some 7 to 10 feet tall, with black or dark brown fur, and believes an abandoned trail could be the perfect path for something trying to stay hidden. At first, the hike feels light and playful as they follow tracks, joke about swamp apples, and talk about recent encounters. But deeper in, they begin finding strange signs.
Babe, look. Look. Oh my goodness, we are in a crazy spot right now, I think. That thing's been snapped and twisted. You don't see those down there? Man, you don't have the eye, do you? Look. I don't have the eye either, but look in my camera. See that?
Oh, like a teepee.
Yeah, and then this was also made. Let's go check them out.
Teepee-like stick structures, deliberate X formations, snapped branches, and twisted trees that Bear believes could be Bigfoot markers. The area becomes even stranger when they discover more structures near swampy ground and notice how quiet the forest has become.
You think those are funny? Look, ain't that cool? Look at it.
Oh, look, there's another X too.
With another X
Yeah.
right beside it. Come on. Come on, a structure with an X right beside it. Those even sort of look like they were placed up against that tree there, that little one. There's another X back there. Interesting. Ooh, check that swamp out back there, babe.
I don't like swamps.
Last time I was here, I was hearing something moving back in there.
Probably snakes.
It was like something big and walking.
The birds that were active earlier seem to vanish, which Bear points out as a possible sign of a predator nearby. The main tension begins when they reach the abandoned trail.
I know it doesn't look like a trail, but it does at the same time.
Man.
This is what we came for.
I have nightmares of ticks.
It is overgrown, blocked by fallen trees, and oddly marked by a stop sign in the middle of the woods.
So that's a really swampy. What in the world is going on back here? I have never seen a stop sign in the middle of the woods.
Where are we stopping for?
What are we stopping for? That's sort of like telling me not to press the red button, man. You know?
What? So don't stop.
We can't. What in the world kind of trail?
After doing calls and listening, they hear something large moving nearby, followed by what sounds like a clear knock answering them from the forest.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Something big is moving back there. That was Big Duper. Man, I hope that came up on camera. That was something big walking back there for sure. I know you heard that, Boo. Been abandoned. Dude.
What was that?
That was a knock. Babe, that's what we did earlier. That was an answer. That's what Bigfoots do. That was a Bigfoot knock.
Okay. Let's go.
That's what I wanted, babe. That's one of the things we've been listening for.
Babe, I don't feel good.
Soon after, Tiff suddenly feels drained and develops a headache, making Bear wonder if she has been zapped or targeted by whatever is out there. As they leave, more movement is heard behind them, and Tiff even thinks she may have seen something like a bear.
He's already up by the stop sign. Are you okay? How are you feeling? What happened? Okay, something happened to Tiff. She's not feeling right. She's just got super drained. And, do you have a headache or anything? You have a headache?
By the end, Tiff feels better only after they get away from the area, leaving Bear convinced they may have walked into real Bigfoot territory. Franco TV returns to a massive forest cemetery known for hidden graves, strange visitors, and deep trails that seem to stretch endlessly into darkness. He begins alone, joking through the fear as he walks past old graves, eerie decorations, and a creepy teddy bear left behind near the path.
And then through here forward is just random graves that go deeper and deeper. There'll be animal graves, human graves, old vintage graves. One thing is for certain, it goes on forever. What is that? It's like a blanket.
The mood changes when he hears distant singing in the woods and spots a hidden white truck.
Listen. Right up there. Oh shit. Alright, I got something up there. I just saw a truck. I'm gonna switch to a thermal camera so that way you guys can see, but they stopped singing now. After hearing what I just heard, I just saw a truck. There's a huge big white truck in the back, just hidden in the back.
Deeper inside the cemetery area, using thermal and night vision, he checks the truck but sees no obvious heat source, making the singing even stranger. Things get worse when he hears voices and movement around him.
I don't want any more me. Oh shit. I just heard somebody. They just said, "What am I doing?" And hello, hello. Holy shit, that just got me nervous. That sounded a lot closer than what I heard earlier. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight. I just heard a noise. I heard something move. Turning off my flashlight.
What sounds like someone speaking nearby in Spanish. At the same time, cars begin entering the area, phone lights flicker in the distance, and Franco realizes he may not be alone with either people or something else.
Oh shit. Oh shit, somebody's coming. I don't know if you guys just heard that. What the hell was that?
He then finds what looks like burnt eucalyptus leaves near a grave, wondering if it could be connected to witchcraft. Later, he sees what appears to be a person standing in the dark below the hillside.
What the hell is that? I see something. I don't know what that is, but it looks like something creepy, like a dark shadow or something, standing there. Definitely looks like a person. It does look like a person. All jokes aside, I'm seeing something directly right there in front of me. I don't know if... Right over there. That is definitely a person down there.
But when he moves closer, the figure is gone. After being chased back toward his car by large black dogs, Franco drives to another section called the Dead Forest. There, using thermal, he spots a clear, warm figure standing upright among the trees, then possibly a second one nearby.
I'm gonna hold it with two hands. Oh shit. That is a warm signature. Holy shit. That's a person. There's people there.
Realizing these are likely real people hiding in the forest, Franco backs away and returns to his car for safety. The night ends with him shaken, exhausted, and relieved to have made it out. Ray Gloom starts the video relaxed, setting up camp in a quiet forest after cooking food over the fire. Everything feels normal as they eat s'mores and talk casually, enjoying the peaceful surroundings. That calm breaks when something strange happens with the food.
Well, too late now. I have no idea how come you can't see that. Dude, did you like not put your contacts in this morning?
Let's look at more.
That is mysterious. That is so weird. Dude, it's like, that looks honestly like blood's coming out. That is so weird. You just pulled these out and then yours just started bleeding. Like that looks almost like withered decay.
Regular.
One of the marshmallows appears to be bleeding, but only one of them can see it, creating confusion and unease between them. The mood shifts slightly, but they continue on with their plan to explore. While preparing for a short hike before dark, Ray spots movement deeper in the forest and investigates.
It's all kinds of tracks. Something weird going on with that. Holy cow, what happened to that tree? That tree is just utterly destroyed. Woodpeckers in, I guess. Okay, I saw it right over there. I'm gonna zoom in now. Oh my gosh! Okay, back away slowly. Okay, Camel Tim, let's not go that way for a hike. Let's go the other way.
He quickly reacts with fear and decides they should avoid that direction entirely. Instead, they head another way, moving into thicker, less familiar terrain. As they push through what may or may not be a trail.
Oh yeah. Here, let me go in front of you. I haven't been in front this whole time. Oh, fine.
I gotta let people know that I'm in the video.
I guess you are a real human being. People now know Camel Tim's real.
Holy cow, this is... Is this an actual trail?
Looks kind of funny. That looks like water damage over there. Looks like water came down this way. This looked like a trail. We're not just following a waterway, are we?
I don't know.
The environment becomes more isolated and harder to navigate. The tension builds slowly until everything suddenly changes. Ray discovers Camel Tim's shoes sitting alone on the ground in a natural walking position, as if he had simply vanished mid-step.
Hey, Camel Tim, are these your shoes? Why'd you take them off? What? What the heck? It's just Camel Tim's shoes. They're...
Confused, he calls out, assuming it's a prank. But there's no response. The situation turns disturbing when he notices the shoelaces are still tied, meaning the shoes couldn't have been taken off normally. That detail makes it feel like Camel Tim didn't leave. He just disappeared.
I'm not kidding. I'm gonna leave you if you don't come. Okay, this is actually creeping me out just a little bit. Okay, this is weird. Gosh, just some friend I have just leaving his shoes there. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just noticed something. Now, why are his shoelaces still tied? If he's taking his shoes off, he would untie them and take his feet out. These shoelaces are still tied. Like he was walking, he just disappeared. That doesn't make sense. That is really creepy. Unless these aren't his shoes. These look just like the ones he's wearing, so I don't even know. That's creepy. I'm getting out of here. Okay, what was that?
Panic sets in. Ray realizes his friend is completely gone, with no sound and no movement and no explanation. The video ends with him deciding to leave the area, clearly shaken by what just happened. Creepy Travels is a paranormal exploration creator who often returns to disturbing outdoor locations abandoned areas, graveyards, and places where he has previously captured unexplained activity. His videos feel raw and intense because he reacts in real time, usually alone, while trying to figure out whether he is dealing with people, spirits, or something worse. In this video, he returns to an old graveyard after previously seeing a strange gray figure there.
As soon as I got here, they started throwing stuff. I'm hearing people walk around.
Almost immediately, he says, the activity starts again with footsteps in the leaves, objects being thrown, and something even hitting him in the stomach.
Did y'all hear that?
The most unsettling part is that he keeps scanning the area and finds nobody there. As he moves deeper into the older section of the cemetery, the sounds become more aggressive. He shows old tombstones hidden in the woods while hearing footsteps circling him, objects hitting trees, and even a growl.
Oh shit, that was too close. That was too close. This is the old section of the graveyard. See the old stones? Right there sticking up out of the ground, there's 3 old stones right there. They're a mountain rock. There's nothing out here though. I'm hearing walking all the way around me.
He repeatedly says, the activity only seems to happen when he enters this forgotten part of the graveyard. The tension keeps building as he walks between the newer cemetery and the lost graveyard, noticing that the knocking and footsteps stop when he leaves, then start again when he returns.
This part, the newer part, it's not new, it's 1800s. I walked back in here, knocking stopped. Now I don't hear no more footsteps. But as soon as I get into this lost graveyard right here, you see the tombstones. When I walk back into this one, is where all the crazy shit starts happening. You hear it?
He becomes convinced that whatever is there is moving all around him, but staying invisible. The scariest moment comes when he is hit in the back by something large, then hit again in the arm by what he describes as a huge limb.
Ah! Shit! Something just hit me. Something just hit me. Oh shit! Something just hit me. Oh, fuck. Oh. Something just hit me right in the back. Oh.
He checks around the trees, but still sees no person hiding nearby. By the end, even after leaving the graveyard, he still hears footsteps following him toward the gravel road.
It's like they followed me out to the street. It's not a street, it's a gravel old road going to a boat ramp. Look, there is nobody. No white or gray white figure, no nothing.
He finally decides it is not worth risking an attachment or another attack, ending the video shaken and convinced something unseen was physically targeting him. CJ Faison is a paranormal and adventure creator known for intense overnight investigations, haunted locations, and remote camping videos with a mix of humor and real fear. In this video, he heads into New Jersey's Pine Barrens, a massive forest tied to the legend of the Jersey Devil and unsettling stories about strange people, missing bodies, and dangerous back roads. The night starts with an uneasy atmosphere as CJ describes the forest as isolated, with no phone reception and an eerie feeling that is hard to explain. Things get stranger when Chris says he already saw someone behind him near camp, only for the figure to vanish seconds later.
Did you see that guy? He kept yelling over there.
What?
He kept yelling. He's like, I don't know if you can still see him. He just around. There's that building down there. He was like peeking his head around. He was yelling, "Welcome back, welcome back."
What?
He said it like 10 times. I swear to God, you didn't hear him?
No. I was literally doing a merch plug.
What are you jerking off over there?
What's Dylan doing way over there? Oh, Dylan.
Like, can you see the building now?
Then, while they are joking around, Chris claims a man in the woods is repeatedly yelling, "Welcome back," even though none of them know him.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was down there probably like another 50 yards. He literally was peeking his head around the trees going, "Welcome back, welcome back." He literally said it 10 times. I was at that far side over there getting wood. I mean, this has got to be the same guy. It's black hoodie.
Did you hear anything, Dylan?
No. All I hear is the water running down there. I mean, honestly, he's a little crazy or something, but it was just weird to like.
Are we sure we want to camp right here?
I mean, where else are we gonna go?
CJ later gets lost while driving alone, ending up on tight trails that badly scratch his truck.
All right, so I am currently lost right now, and I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like I went over like one road section. I took a left, or no, I took a right, or I went straight across. I went right, left, and then a right, which I thought would have brought me out to exactly where I came in at, because I was looking for this like monument, but I have no idea where it is. So
The isolation becomes more disturbing when he sees something fly over water and then encounters a car parked near a bridge, with people yelling nearby.
Oh fuck, there's a car down there. Okay, there's a fucking car down there. Oh, they're fucking yelling. They're fucking yelling. Okay, there's a car yelling down there.
After regrouping, the others report seeing flashlights and hearing screams around the memorial area. The investigation escalates at camp when their light suddenly dies. The REM pod responds to questions about the Jersey Devil, and CJ feels something grab or push his neck from behind.
Just theoretically, just stop for a second. What the hell was that noise?
It just went to red as soon as I picked it up. Are we turning normal right now?
Oh. Okay. Oh! Ow, mother! Ow!
Bro, did you get like tossed? What the f was that? You almost knocked me over. Did you see this?
Oh, that.
Dude, I have no idea what it was. It doesn't like him though.
No.
Are you okay?
No, my whole neck. I literally thought somebody grabbed him from behind my neck and went like this.
You literally were getting pushed towards me, like you were almost. I think I get closer to you. It goes off. Look at it, but this is what I felt. Okay, so I'm standing like him. It felt like you were getting pushed like this, and you just kept going. It was some kind of force that was pushing you.
It was the weirdest thing ever. Like literally, my neck was grabbed 100%. Not like scratched, just grabbed and it just I don't even know what just happened. I really don't.
Later in the night, CJ wakes everyone after hearing footsteps. Something hitting his tent, humming, screams, and seeing a light standing in the woods.
There's a light. There's a light. There's a light right back there. There's a light right back there. Leave your light off for a second. Leave your light off.
I see it. Look gonna be fine there.
Can you see it?
Stay straight ahead to the trees.
Just wait.
The scariest moment comes when they investigate deeper and find a balloon tied to a post that says, "Welcome back," matching what the strange man yelled earlier.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. What the fuck is that? There's something moving. I swear on my fucking life, there's something moving over here. Hello? What the fuck?
We are way too far away from help.
Bro, there's something over here moving.
Like, fuck this. Bro, let's just go back. Come on. I know you're so infatuated by this person.
Dude, dead ass, there's something moving over here.
Okay, well, let's just leave it be and let's just go.
Okay, I'm not trying to, I'm not gonna, like, there's something hanging from a fucking tree. And I don't know what it is, but it is moving in the wind. I swear on my life. Come right over here. I'm not gonna overreact.
You remember the sunglasses?
When the balloon seems to disappear afterward, CJ finally decides the situation is too unsafe and wants to leave the tents behind until morning. This video from Man-Dog Wild dives into a series of disturbing experiences deep in remote mountains where isolation, silence, and something unseen begin to blur the line between natural and unnatural. Early on, the tone is set with warnings about a place where people feel watched, followed, and sometimes never return. The creator frames this as a recap of multiple encounters, each one escalating in intensity the deeper they explore. The first major moment happens at night inside a tent. Heavy breathing and footsteps circle just outside, yet the dog remains strangely unresponsive. This pattern repeats, making it feel less like an animal and more like something aware. Things escalate when the dogs suddenly run from the woods at full speed. Moments later, something large is heard, moving deep in the brush.
So the dogs don't want to go in the woods. The cat's up in the tree, out of the way of the woods, and whatever is in those woods, moving around. Obviously, no one wants to deal with. So if the cat wanted to get down, now would be the ideal time. But the cat's not getting down. The cat is getting higher in the tree, and it looks like it's looking down at something right now.
Even a cat nearby refuses to come down from a tree, almost as if it sees something below. Later, a chilling moment unfolds when a voice, possibly saying help, comes from the forest.
So legit, I'm sure I heard someone say help or help me. I'm pretty sure it's coming from those woods. I haven't seen the eye shine. No eye shine. It's all quiet.
just probably.
The creator hesitates, referencing stories of people being lured into woods by voices, knowing how dangerous that could be. One of the most disturbing discoveries reveals a concentrated pile of skulls and bones. Far too many to be natural.
You're gonna find bones. Another bone. Cool. More bones. Let's go. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. But then what I found abnormal was more bones and a skull. And another skull. And another skull. And another skull. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 skulls.
It feels intentional, like a feeding ground. Something returning to the same spot again and again. As the video continues, strange symbols, burned markings, and upside-down crosses appear, hinting at possible human involvement, or something darker tied to ritualistic behavior.
So this is where she leads us. I don't know what. That's super strange, huh? Like burnt into the rock. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of it.
In the final moments, things become psychological. A spirit box session produces eerie responses, while unseen movement continues nearby.
In the dark.
That was you. In the dark. You were the dark figure. Yes, I hear something. Yes, there. Eddie. Be alert, please. I'm walking around in there. We're right by this little trail. It's good.
The dogs behave unnaturally calm, which may be the most unsettling detail of all. Whatever is in those mountains, it doesn't just pass through. It watches. David's Universe is a paranormal adventure creator who visits haunted locations with friends, mixing ghost hunting equipment, local legends, and tense nighttime exploring. In this video, he brings a small group to Prospect Park in Redlands, California, a place he describes as one of the most haunted parks in the state. The investigation begins with the story of a young girl who was allegedly kidnapped, killed, and buried beneath the theater stage.
Alright guys, but we're here at Prospect Park. This place has a lot of history. Specifically, the most famous story here is the theater story. The story is that there was a girl walking down literally this road. Now, she used to walk home from school every single day down this road. Unfortunately, one day when she was walking home alone, there was a man that kidnapped her. He killed her here on these grounds. And the rumor is that he buried her body underneath the theater stage, which we're going to right now.
As they walk the same road connected to the legend, the group already feels watched and has to move through the darkness to avoid security cameras and patrols.
Okay. Alright guys, this is the entrance to the theater. This is the theater. This is where like the girl like died.
What is the bamboo tree?
Yeah, these are the bamboo trees.
Once they reach the theater, strange things start happening quickly. A motion light seems to turn on and off by itself, and they set up a REM pod and motion ball near the stage to see if anything will interact.
We brought a REM pod. If you guys do not know what this is, this detects any type of energy, like so any like spiritual energy. Whenever it comes by near it, I'm gonna turn it on for an example. So turn it on, and whenever something comes near this antenna, it starts going off, something like this. And the closer you get, the stronger the signal gets.
The group notices the park's cameras and lights, triggering without anyone moving nearby, making it feel like something is already circling the theater.
And they're being set off by themselves. Like we're not even moving, we're staying in one spot on the theater, and the cameras, the ring cameras keep setting off, and they only set off by motion. So that is super crazy. That means like there's something here. So we're gonna set up a REM pod like over here near this camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look, there's something there. Hello?
If you are present, make the people go off.
The session becomes more intense when the spirit app begins responding.
You could communicate with us. We'll be able to understand you completely. Years ago, I came here and I spoke to a little girl. Are you still here? So this way, like, it shows the words and it says the words too. But only if like something's here. Like right now, it's not going off because like there's no one here. Maybe they're scared. Are you scared of the cameras?
I'm upset.
Are you upset that we're here? Are you upset that we're filming?
It says words like upset, coughing, torture, photo, and Sebastian.
So like you could see like photo.
The camera?
The camera. Do you not want your photo taken?
So is it bothering you that we're here filming?
While the group feels as if someone is sitting in the audience watching them perform.
Set up the REM pod on. Oh my god, I thought I just saw someone peeking at me, bro. I swear to god, on the right hand side, like it was something peeking and I seen it, and by the time I look over here there was something else peeking behind like this structure.
Sebastian, were you peeking at us right now?
Guys, there's something there. I swear to I want to put the REM pod like somewhere in the middle.
Wrong.
Oh my god, wrong. Wrong what? We're wrong?
What was that?
You heard that? Hello? Bro, what was that? You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that shit.
Guys, there was like some noise right there. And we heard the noise and then the motion sensor came off.
Then, they hear movement above and see what looks like something peeking from the structure, followed by chilling responses like Anna, ahead, and he killed.
Look, they have a catwalk. Are you up there? Anna. Oh my god, maybe that was the little girl's like name, Anna.
The most emotional part comes when the spirit seems playful but confused, saying it likes the toys and asking where it is. But the mood turns darker near the end, when they hear what sounds like a girl. Receive the warning she will harm you.
Was that a girl? Did you guys hear a girl? Was that a girl? Bro, this is crazy.
I'm taking my time.
She's taking her time.
from when you were following?
So we're gonna go do that. Run now.
No, mama.
It says run now. Like, guys, look at this.
That's just it.
It says run now. Hold on, let me pack. Run now.
Receive the warning she will harm you, and then run now. By the time the REM pod reacts, the group decides to leave before the situation escalates further. What's Up with James is known for exploring abandoned places and spending nights in remote locations. But this time, the danger wasn't paranormal. In this short, raw video, he recounts a real-life incident that happened while sleeping in his truck near an abandoned building. What starts as a typical overnight stay quickly turns into something far more serious. While half asleep, he hears a vehicle pull up nearby. At first, he doesn't think much of it until seconds later, gunshots erupt. Multiple rounds are fired directly into his truck while he's still inside.
Still like half asleep, right? I think I even have toothpaste in my mustache still, like, you know, because that's like 2 feet away from my head. But so I was like half asleep. They pulled up. I was like, whatever, you know what I mean? And then started shooting. I was like, oh my god, it was just crazy. It's a weird situation. So
his immediate reaction is instinctive. He ducks down to avoid being hit as bullets shatter glass just feet from his head.
And man, it was crazy. They just started shooting in my truck, and I'm in it. So I ducked down. I was like, oh my god. Like, I ducked down. I was like, okay, well, you know, they're shooting at the glass, whatever. And then I heard him take off, and I just got out and, you know, basically got in the front, checked it out, got in the front, and drove off, because I'm not going to stay there tonight, obviously, not after that, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm going to go down the road or what. I'm pretty far from home. I don't want to have to drive all the way home tonight.
After the shooters leave, he checks the damage and realizes how close it was. The truck was hit around 8 times, with shattered windows and visible impact points. He suspects a small caliber weapon, but emphasizes that it doesn't make it any less dangerous.
Pretty wild. You know, you're sitting in your truck and it's being shot at, like, regardless of whether it's a small caliber or not. That was a pretty scary experience. So you hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. And it's falling apart. I decided to go home. I had to stop and put gas, but I decided to go home after this because I got to get this fixed because this is my daily driver.
Shaken, he decides not to stay and instead drives away immediately, later stopping for gas while explaining what happened. The realization hits him that this experience was far more terrifying than anything paranormal he's encountered. The video ends with him heading home to repair his vehicle and reflecting on the situation as a lesson in safety. It's a rare moment in this niche where the real world proves to be more dangerous than any ghost story. Near Shadows is a paranormal exploration channel known for dark forest investigations, strange coordinates, spirit apps, and encounters that blur the line between staged clues and genuine fear. In this video, Jeremy returns to the Conjuring Forest with Zach after Zach receives a mysterious pin drop from an unknown number. The night begins, with both of them following the coordinates into a new area of the woods. Almost immediately, the forest feels active.
What? What was that? It's right up in there. What was that?
Oh, I'm hoping it's coyotes.
That didn't sound like a coyote.
No, it didn't.
What the heck was that?
Well, put my mind at ease, it was a coyote.
They hear strange animal-like screams, spot eye shine, and the spirit app says things like, "We're hiding."
What exactly that was?
I don't know.
Something came.
We're hiding.
We're hiding.
I don't like this.
We're hiding.
feel like this is too closed in.
while something appears to move just off the trail. Things become more personal when Zach feels something grab his sleeve.
What
Definitely.
the fuck?
What is it? What happened?
Something grabbed me.
Something grabbed you just now?
Yeah, something grabbed me.
And shortly after, Jeremy says his neck is burning.
Ah! What the hell?
Something just moved.
No, I heard that too, but my fucking neck hurts really bad, dude. Something just touched my neck. Dude, is there something on my neck? Like right in here somewhere?
Yeah, leaves. Oh, dude, it's red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Zach checks and finds red marks on his skin, making it feel like whatever is out there can physically affect them. As they continue deeper, they hear footsteps pacing them, see shapes moving between trees, and reach strange trails, bridges, rocks, and possible old grave markers.
God. Dude, like.
You hear the footsteps, right?
Yeah.
It's like running through the brush. Right on the outskirts of the woods, but nothing's there. What the fuck? I think water used to come through here.
Encouragement.
Encouragement.
7.
Oh,
7 what?
following us though.
Something's definitely following us. It doesn't make any sense. We'll hear footsteps and then we'll hear like trees above us, like the tops of the trees moving.
It's so fucking thick through here though.
Yeah, it's very thick. That's what she said.
I guess trigger one.
What the hell is that?
The app keeps giving disturbing responses about graves, witchcraft, and being watched. The main discovery happens near the pin drop, when they find a bag containing what looks like hair and a human head.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I don't.
That's a bag with like hair in it. That looks like a black garbage bag with like a head of hair or something. What the fuck? Oh! Ah!
What the fuck?
It's a face, dude.
Oh no!
Look at
no,
looks
no,
like a
no,
freaking
no,
head.
No.
Oh my god! You see the eye? There's an eyeball.
You made your point. You made your point.
Guys, that's a head. That's a head. I swear to God, that's a head.
At first, they fear it could be real, but after checking, they realize it is likely a mannequin head.
I don't even know what this is. Is that real? I don't... That can't be real, dude.
I mean...
I don't think it is.
The hair doesn't...
Guys, what is that?
Look right.
Still horrifying because someone clearly staged it for them. The scariest part comes after Jeremy decides to take the head. The spirit app suddenly goes ballistic, saying words like attached, killer, ritual, and standing beside you.
She will harm you.
I think that's just...
You are scared.
Let's go. Guys, look at
I was
this.
treated bad.
This thing is fucking creepy. Zach's booking it.
Deserve.
This thing is going off like crazy, man.
Yeah, I know.
Deception.
Wait a minute.
Follow is right.
Where the hell are we, actually?
I don't know.
Please trust us.
As they rush back, footsteps, eye shine, and endless spirit responses follow them all the way to the parking lot. making it feel like taking the head may have brought something with them. This video from Rambling On starts off like any normal solo camping trip, but slowly turns into a tense situation that feels more dangerous than expected. At the beginning, he hikes into a remote forest and sets up camp beside a small water source. It seems like a smart, convenient spot, but there's one detail that stands out. He casually mentions it's on a floodplain. At the time, it doesn't feel important, but it quietly sets up everything that comes later.
There's quite a few midges knocking around when I got here. So they're both citronella candles. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll keep the midges at bay. Now there is a little breeze there now. I have a water source here, which is very handy. Saved me carrying any water on the way in. It's not very easy to get into, but it's a pretty good little spot. It is on a bit of a floodplain, so I wouldn't come down here when it's raining really heavy.
As night falls, he does something unusual. He decides to watch Annabelle alone in the middle of the woods. With only one earphone in, he keeps one ear open to the forest around him.
Among the trees. So the movie I've chosen is Annabelle. I've never watched it, so I think I'm gonna try and watch that. I have a Bluetooth earphone in my ear. I don't have one on this side because, you know yourself, I want to be aware of my surroundings. So yeah, let's see what we can do here.
The experience quickly becomes uncomfortable. The movie builds tension, but so does the environment. Flickering firelight, sudden silence between buffering, and the constant awareness that he's completely alone.
Who would keep that doll? Seriously? There's no way I'd... Oh my god, I can't even look at it zooming in on the face. Oh lads, who would keep that? Who would give that as a gift? That's just not right.
Later, he tries again. This time, the horror hits harder. His reactions become more nervous, more alert. Every sound outside the tent feels amplified.
Oh, something's gonna happen here. Oh, you bugger. Ooh. Freaky kid. Is there anything worse than a freaky kid? How would you not think you were going mad? He thinks she's nuts. This woman has balls of steel. She's in the house on her own. Even if it is the middle of the day.
Even though nothing actually happens, the setting makes everything feel real. Like something could be just outside in the darkness. But the real turning point comes after midnight. Heavy rain begins pouring down. He wakes up multiple times, noticing the water getting louder, faster. The calm campsite starts to feel like a trap.
I shouldn't have said anything. It's just getting worse. I charged my lantern overnight. There is a serious amount of condensation in here. Could probably do with a bit more ventilation. Handy if I turned on the lantern. We have a good 2 hours before the sunrise. So, plenty of time. Once we don't get washed away in the meantime, you know. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm not going to panic.
By early morning, it's clear the situation is changing fast. The river is rising, the ground is soaking, and water begins creeping closer to the tent.
I think I might have pushed my luck last night. It looks very close to flooding. Really, really close. It's even flooded on the other side. Just a little bit. But yeah, I think I need to be getting my arse out of here now. Sooner rather than later. Just as I was putting down the bag, I noticed that it's already starting to flood. You can see it streaming down here and it's going right behind my tent.
By the end, it's no longer about comfort or fear, it's about getting out. The area is already starting to flood, and he realizes he may have pushed his luck camping in that spot. What began as a quiet night in nature turns into a reminder of how quickly things can shift. Out there, it's not always what you hear in the dark. It's what you don't notice until it's too late. Strayed Explorer is a paranormal and abandoned location creator known for entering haunted woods, old ruins, and unsettling places alone at night. His videos often feel unpredictable because the fear comes from both possible paranormal activity and real people who may be hiding nearby. In this video, he returns to Cannock Chase after a terrifying investigation the week before. This time he plans to camp near a pool of water he spotted by drone. But the area feels wrong almost immediately. As he walks in, he hears movement behind him, talks about the legend of the black-eyed child, and admits he feels like something is about to happen.
Sounds like something moving right behind me. I was reading one of your comments just today about the black-eyed child, explaining that it can actually be seen in the day as well, and it... Hello?
After choosing a camp spot, the unease gets worse. He feels paranoid, keeps hearing things, and eventually has to move.
Shall we? Shall we set up in here somewhere? I can't shake this feeling. Like there's something here.
Then takes a disturbing turn when he hears what sounds like someone arguing deep in the woods.
I don't know what is going on. For about 5 minutes now. Let me just fix this. They'll start again in a minute. It went quiet before. It sounds like people arguing. And it's been going on for about 5 minutes, so I'm hoping it's not someone setting up to camp.
The strange part is that he can only hear one voice, possibly a woman or young boy, shouting for long periods, and then suddenly going silent.
Why can I only hear one voice? Let me get a little bit closer. I'll find out what's going on. Hope I don't lose my back.
He creeps closer to investigate and hears the voice repeatedly, saying something like, "Look at me."
I can hear a voice coming from that direction there. Look at me, she's saying. Where's the other voice? She just keeps saying, "Look at me." Right, let's get back to camp and just think this through.
Back at camp, the voice keeps returning from different directions, and he becomes increasingly nervous that whoever it is may be moving closer. While cooking in the dark, gunshots start echoing from multiple directions. Movement surrounds him, and his device gives chilling responses like, "He's coming. Run," and "Forest not safe."
He's coming. I hope that's showing alright on that camera. She just said, "He's coming." Sky, he's coming. Who's coming?
At that point, he rushes to eat, packs up, and leaves in panic after hearing something sucking through its teeth nearby and someone striking a tree. The final scare comes at his car, where something appears to follow him back, possibly hitting the vehicle and leaving what looks like a handprint.
Can you see anything? I just saw a light in there then. Is that a handprint? She smacked the back window.
By the end, he is convinced this was not just a normal argument in the woods, but something deeply unsafe, stalking the area. Jesse's Drone Adventures is run by Jesse, a desert explorer and drone creator known for uncovering scenic roads, hidden history, and remote places across Arizona and the Southwest. His videos usually feel adventurous and relaxed, but this one adds real tension as a simple drive turns into a risky off-road descent. In this video, Jesse takes on Schnebly Hill Road, a historic route leading down toward Sedona. At first, the drive seems peaceful with pine forest, smooth sections, and beautiful high country views. But he quickly hints that the road is going to get much rougher than expected. The first major stop comes at Foxborough Dam.
Look at how beautiful this is. This is almost like something out of a movie. I was gonna get my drone up in the air, but it looks like there's a bunch of ducks over there. I still might get it up in the air, but I might stick to this side of the road. I don't want to bother them. They look like they're having the time of their life over there, just sitting on the grass by the pond, enjoying this absolutely gorgeous day.
This was the perfect spring day to be up here. The temperature was in the mid-70s, mostly clear blue skies aside from a few feather-like clouds scattered across the sky. And then there was that thick, fresh pine scent just hanging in the air, and I mean thick, like Magnum P.I.'s mustache thick.
An abandoned 1920 structure built to create water for cattle. The old stone dam looks weathered and forgotten, with a large gap forming in the middle, giving the area a strange, abandoned feeling before the difficult road begins. The real danger starts when Jesse reaches the rough descent.
Just made it to one of a few stops that we'll be making on our way down Schnebly Hill Road. And I do believe this is called Schnebly Hill Overlook, or Schnebly Hill Vista, as the sign says over there. I love making these driving videos. They're absolutely fun. But one thing I've realized is you gotta break it up, stop every so often, take in the sights and take in that fresh air. Feels so amazing up here.
From above, the road looks manageable through the drone, but once he drives it, the trail becomes rocky, narrow, and technical. He has to carefully guide the Jeep over rough terrain, hearing clanks underneath and stopping to check if anything has broken.
Coming down a road like this on the side of a hill, you tend to start asking yourself questions, such as, how old is this road? Who had the bright idea to build it? And most importantly, why? I can only assume that, to go through all the trouble of constructing a road like this, through the rugged and unpredictable terrain, someone must have had a really good reason for doing so, and it probably served a greater purpose other than catering to Jeep tours and off-road vehicles. But before I fill you in on the details, I need to make a quick pit stop and make sure everything with the Jeep is looking good.
As he continues down, the risk becomes more serious. The road forces him close to exposed edges, and he explains that one wrong move around a rock could send the vehicle hundreds of feet down into the canyon. Later, Jesse makes another risky decision by hiking up a windy red rock outcropping.
I can never pass up a hike in Sedona, and I've been told this trail only gets busier as the warmer months approach. Since I was the only one out here, I wanted to make the most of it. And it's extremely hard to pass up views like this.
The climb becomes slick and nerve-wracking, especially when he reaches a narrow ledge where a fall could be serious.
This is gonna be a little slick, but this side isn't so steep compared to the other side. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get to the top. Definitely not on this side. One thing I always judge a hike on, or something to climb like this, is if I fall, how far will I fall? And if I fall over there, I'm going all the way down. I wouldn't mind hiking to the top right here, but we'll see.
Even though he makes it to the top safely, the wind and height make the moment feel genuinely dangerous. By the end, the road calms down, but the journey leaves a strong impression. What began as an easy scenic drive becomes a tense reminder that historic desert roads can still be beautiful, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Under the Weather is a wild camping creator known for solo overnight camps in unusual, uncomfortable, and sometimes risky locations. His videos usually have a relaxed and funny tone, but this one becomes tense fast because the danger feels very real. In this video, he heads into the grounds of Lennox Castle, an abandoned 18th century asylum site, planning to camp in the creepy woods nearby. Early on, he explores the empty outbuildings and old paths, with the place already looking like something from a horror film.
Huh. Some graffiti. Yep, you could do worse than an emergency than staying here. Yeah. Back door to nowhere. Very nice. Right, keep on looking. Oh wow. Let's have a look at this. Oh, that's pretty decent. Nice. Right, keep on going. We're going to find the actual castle.
When he reaches the castle, the atmosphere gets darker, with broken entrances, graffiti, pitch-black rooms, dripping water, and unstable-looking stonework.
All right, now we're talking. See if we can give you a view of that. Dun dun dun. Yeah, this would have been the front steps. Big metal door. Let's have a look. Oh, this might be the morgue. God. No, it's not. Jeez, I thought it was coffins, but it's not coffins. This could have been maybe just a little locker room or a storage room. This does not seem very safe with all those rocks. And something dripping. Yeah.
He eventually finds a possible hidden camp spot near the ruins, but he is already worried about people showing up during the night. That fear becomes real not long after when he hears people nearby and decides to wait until dark before setting up properly.
Corner for a minute. I think they're just there for a little exploration. We'll see. Hopefully they're not up to any up to no good, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to hang out here. I mean, it's going to be dark in the next hour anyway, so I don't think many more people will turn up. So we'll see. Let's just wait it out for a bit and see where they go.
The situation fully changes once his tent is up. Just as he is about to cook and settle in, several men arrive at the castle with beer, music, and torches. More people then show up, turning the abandoned asylum grounds into a party spot.
Basically, I was going to stop the video here because as I was ready to set up my camera, ready to get the fire going, 3 guys just walked past right into the castle. Hear beer bottles clinking, then tunes going straight away, techno. God knows how they didn't see me. So all I could do was grab my stuff in the tent, and I packed my bag. Basically took my bag down to the little building that you saw, then came back and dragged my tent down. And at this point, 3 or 4 other people had turned up, walking up the road. From there, I dragged my tent down a bit, and then there was more people coming up. Once they passed, I dragged my tent down the road until I found a little hill, and dragged up the side of this hill and put my tent behind a tree, and basically hunkered down there all night. And so I'll just let you see the rest of it.
Instead of risking being seen, he quickly packs up and drags his entire tent away in the dark. The most stressful part comes as he hides on a ridge with his lights off, unsure who the people are or whether they will stay all night. He admits he may have to cut the video short and simply hunker down, keeping quiet while chaos continues outside. By morning, he reveals he spent the whole night hidden behind a tree on a hill, with people walking up and down the closed road until around 1 a.m.
Let's just see. Yeah, it can be seen, but yeah, it's not too bad. So I'll just turn you around. There's the road. Now bear in mind, this road's closed. It's not cars, it's just people. So there's the tent up there. These people walking past up and down here. Oh, no, well, not all night. I stopped about 1 o'clock, but I can't believe I got up that hill. Yeah, I pulled my tent up this hill with my bag and everything. Wow, I just missed the people walking back and forth. Jesus. Right, let's see if we can get down the hill without that slipping a bit in my neck. Really fun.
What was meant to be a spooky asylum camp turns into a real stealth survival situation, where avoiding other people becomes the scariest part of the night. Wandering Simon is an outdoor adventure creator known for remote hikes, Bothy stays, and honest, humorous solo camping videos. His trips often feel relaxed, but this one has a darker edge because he is returning to Ben Alder Bothy, said to be one of the most haunted and remote Bothys in Scotland. At the start, Simon explains that the Bothy is around 9 miles from the nearest road and has a haunted reputation. He visited before, but had to share the place with others. So this time, he hopes to experience it alone.
I went here last year. It's Ben Alder Bothy, next to Loch Hendricht. It's apparently the most haunted and most remote Bothy in the whole of Scotland, if not in the whole of the UK.
The hike in is long, cold, and boggy, with slippery rocks and freezing hands, making the journey feel more exhausting the closer he gets. When he finally reaches the Bothy, he confirms nobody is inside and gives a tour of the empty rooms.
Last time I was here, there was a lot of logs here and different things. Unfortunately, not anymore. And then you've got the room where I stayed last time, which is this. Let's go. This is the room.
The place feels isolated, old, and atmospheric, especially with the wind outside and no one else for miles. He settles into the main room, chops wood, lights a fire, and cooks Agatik Polish dumplings, turning the creepy location into a surprisingly cozy night. But the real disturbance happens after he stops filming. In the morning, Simon explains that just as he was falling asleep, someone suddenly opened the door to his room and casually asked if he was sleeping.
As I mentioned, something happened during the night as I was staying in the Bothy. It wasn't ghosts, I'll say that outright. I headed for the night into my sleeping bag around 9 p.m. I was still watching something, and that's what I usually do, try to fall asleep as something's just playing in the background. And at 9:30, I was already pretty much asleep. I hear some noises and I hear door opening, and I realize someone's coming in, and a guy nonchalantly opens my door and says, "Hey, you sleeping?" And I'm like, no, I'm just identifying as a sardine. That's what I would have liked to have said. Unfortunately, I only managed to say, yep, and that was the end of our conversation.
The interruption ruins the calm and makes the remote Bothy feel far less private. Things get worse later when, in the middle of the night, he hears the door open again, followed by the sound of someone violently being sick on the floor in the hallway. The couple then spends time cleaning, opening and closing doors while he tries to rest. By morning, Simon leaves quickly, not because of ghosts, but because the real people who arrived in the dark made the haunted Bothy feel awkward, uncomfortable, and impossible to enjoy. Search for Supernatural is a paranormal investigation channel focused on haunted properties, strange energy, spirit communication, and unexplained activity caught during overnight investigations. In this video, the team investigates CJ Faison's Pocomo Ranch, a remote wooded property surrounded by stories of portals, ley lines, shadows, whistles, and unexplained movement. Before the investigation even begins, they explain that several strange things happened off camera, including phantom figures running through the woods, knocks inside the house, lights appearing in empty rooms, and a deafening silence so intense it made their ears ring. This sets the tone immediately.
This was by far one of the strangest places that we've probably ever been to. Now I know there's talks of, it being haunted or it not being haunted, or it's just some random house out in nowhere. This place did not let us down. From the minute we got there and stepped out of the truck, now granted, we're miles into the woods. The deafening silence that took over was so intense that we had to talk to each other to stop our ears from ringing. Now the energy of this place when we started our investigation had us so scatterbrained that it was hard to complete the investigation itself. I mean, from forgetting equipment in rooms to forgetting equipment in the truck, for charging equipment, just nothing was getting accomplished. I mean, we were like two school kids chasing each other around a playground.
The place feels wrong from the moment they arrive. As they speak with Chris near the property, the history becomes even darker.
this property, we're gonna know here relatively soon, but was more than likely owned by one of the most famous people in Delaware that did a
Serial killer?
horrendous
The Patty Cannon thing. I don't know much about it. You know more.
Yeah.
Delaware's only serial killer, right?
Yeah, Patty Cannon.
So all that dirt in that basement might have bodies in there. Is that what you're saying?
There's a potential, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna take ground penetrating radar up in there, and we were told not to disturb any of the dirt yet and all that. So we're like, all right.
They discuss possible connections to Patty Cannon, bodies possibly hidden beneath dirt in the basement, and a terrifying story about a blood-curdling scream heard near Burnt Bridge. Soon after, they hear crying whistles and movement from the same direction where ley lines are believed to run. The tension builds inside and around the house when they spot strange lights, hear movement everywhere, and notice sudden cold spots that seem to follow the activity. It feels as if something is circling them through the woods, always nearby but never visible.
I'm so hungry. My stomach is all growling and I feel like it's ruining the video.
So we keep hearing, movement everywhere. No matter where we go, into the barn, to the driveway, it just sounds like there's people just shuffling all over the place.
And it doesn't sound like, it sounds like 2 feet walking. It's not no animals. You would hear the animals. It's nothing like that. It's kind of crazy. We just saw somebody down to in front of us and it's getting creepy.
Yeah, it's getting a little fucking weird out here. The fact that we keep hearing shit, but we can't see anybody where they're running off to, where they're going. Unless these dudes know these trail systems like the back of their hand, I don't think anybody's cutting through these thick ass woods. They're fucking, how the fuck you gonna run without a light? Unless you got some night vision goggles on.
The most frightening part comes during the walk to Burnt Bridge. The bridge is tied to the story of a woman and child dying there, and once they arrive, they hear what sounds like crying or whimpering near the water.
Whoa. Now granted, we are in the woods right now, in the middle of nowhere, so I know there's going to be creaks and rustling sounds, but
You hear that? That sounded like a crying.
As they leave, they hear footsteps, voices, whistles, and what sounds like someone following them in the fog.
You got a fucking flashlight. Bro, what? There was a lady's voice.
Nah, bro. I hear that. Dude, can we come on?
Seeming to connect back to the water and death nearby.
Oh, no, bro, no.
By the end, the team feels overwhelmed, confused, and surrounded by something they cannot explain. Ray Gloom's real-life encounters follows a seemingly normal hike that quickly turns into something far more unsettling. The video begins casually, with two hikers enjoying a steep trail and joking about the terrain. But the mood shifts almost instantly when one of them hears something strange, a high-pitched scream echoing through the woods.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it's like a twig snapping. A little louder than that. Okay, I'm gonna bring the selfie stick back down. That was like a scream though. Like a eerie scream. Well, I heard the wind. I think it was just the wind.
This one's no wind.
I heard a twig snap over there.
At first, it's dismissed as wind or imagination, but the unease is already there. As they continue, the environment itself begins to feel wrong. A nearby squirrel starts acting aggressively, making loud warning sounds.
He's doing that warning thing. You know that squirrels do that warning thing?
Yeah.
He's doing it right now.
Not at them, but seemingly at something else.
Okay, well, where did you hear it? This way?
Yeah, I heard it that way. Like, we're walking towards it. Like, it was a girl, like, screaming.
Instead of calming down as they move away, it becomes more frantic, almost like it's trying to warn them.
Oh, of course, your ears are better than mine. Oh, it's doing that warning thing again. But we're walking away from it. Dude, he's mad.
He's mad. He's growling.
Is he mad at us or is he mad at something else?
I don't know.
We were getting further away from him, not closer. Dude, it's like he's warning us. Not against us. Well, okay.
Mates, then things escalate. They come across a fallen tree that doesn't seem familiar, making the trail feel suddenly different and disorienting. Moments later, the scream returns. This time louder, clearer, and impossible to ignore.
I'm really confused.
Oh, stop. But listen.
Sounded like the girl's scream.
Okay, I heard it that time. Dude, let's just get out of here. That actually
Do
really
this.
Wait, do you think someone's in trouble though?
I don't know. This isn't the path we took coming up. Where are we?
Panic starts creeping in when one of them spots movement in the trees, followed by a sudden drop in temperature.
Oh! Something just moved over there.
I saw it.
Something just moved.
Holy cow. I'm actually very terrified right now.
The situation turns serious as they consider that someone or something might actually be nearby. The most disturbing moment comes when they investigate a strange area off the trail.
Sounded like another squirrel doing the warning thing.
It came from me. Is this all happening?
Oh, that is creepy. Dude, there's something here.
What?
But there's nothing like an animal or anything here. Look. Look, there's someone left. See?
There they find a black skull and rose chain leading under a log, as if connected to something hidden. The atmosphere becomes freezing cold, and the tension spikes instantly. Then everything falls apart. A scream erupts right behind them.
Okay, let's just go.
I'm freezing right now.
This is actually really creepy. Wait, can you hear that? Okay, let's just go.
Dude, she just screamed right behind me, Wolf.
And in the chaos, one of their group, Camel Tim, suddenly disappears, where in what follows is pure confusion and fear.
Dude, Camel Tim, come on. What? Okay, where are you, Camel Tim? Oh, where's Camel Tim? I don't get it. Where'd he go? Camel Tim was there and he was just gone. There's the camping place, and there's the bridge.
As they search for him near the river, unable to explain how he vanished so quickly.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? Shoot. Where do you get down? Dude? Okay, what the heck just happened?
This one hits hard because it starts normal and then reality slowly breaks down. Jesse's Drone Adventures is run by Jesse, a creator known for exploring remote desert landscapes and uncovering unusual, often forgotten locations using both hiking and drone footage. His content focuses on real-world discoveries, but the isolation of these places often gives them an eerie, almost abandoned feel. In this video, Jesse sets out into southern Utah after finding a mysterious image online. Early on, he discovers a shocking sight.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Probably a couple dozen old cars embedded into that wall there.
Dozens of old cars embedded into a canyon wall, tightly packed together in a way that looks unnatural and unsettling at first glance. As he moves closer, he points out crushed metal, intact headlights, and car parts frozen in place, making it feel like a graveyard of vehicles lost in time. He later explains that this was actually used for erosion control, but the visuals still feel bizarre and out of place.
I was noticing on some of these cars here, you can see they use some sort of wire to prevent the door from opening to hold all that rock in there. Yeah, if you didn't use cars like this to kind of help support the road, it wouldn't be here that long, especially after a good downpour.
The tone suddenly shifts when Jesse encounters the aftermath of a serious bike crash. A man is already calling emergency services while another person lies injured on the ground, adding a real sense of danger and unpredictability to the trip. Later, Jesse finds an even more extreme version of the same phenomenon, Car Canyon, where rusted vehicles are scattered and wedged into canyon walls.
Would you look at that? Cars sticking out of the canyon walls. I'll tell you guys a little bit about them, or as much as I do know about them, as we continue on with the adventure here. There's some more over here. Wow, look at all this. Hard to tell if all of this is cars. It's just sheet metal, steel. There has got to be a way to get down there, and mark my words, we will find a way down there, one way or another. If we can't climb down right here, it looks like we'll be able to get down over there. The census on the internet.
As he hikes down, the terrain becomes unstable and risky, with steep drops and loose ground. He pushes further, attempting to climb closer, but slipping and injuring his knee, highlighting how dangerous the environment really is.
I tried to put one foot there and then try to grapple on to this little crevice right there, but it wasn't working. Every time I would put my foot on there, I would just fall. Kind of banged up my knee a little bit. It's not too bad, but I'm not gonna keep trying. It is just way too slick. This looked pretty easy on Google, but sometimes you don't know until you get there.
Is it the most unsettling part, which just comes when he explains the origin? These cars may have been deliberately pushed into the canyon decades ago after people abandoned them, leaving behind a massive hidden dumping ground in the desert.
Now for the million-dollar question. How did all of these cars end up down here? Well, a blog post that I found online, which is identical to many other online articles, said the following. If you ask locals about this place, Many of them will give you a similar story about how there was a mass exodus from the town of Page, Arizona, shortly after the construction of Glen Canyon Dam, which was completed back in 1966. After its completion, many of the residents were out of work and they decided that it would be best to pick up everything and leave. Well, everything except for their cars, but I would imagine there was probably something wrong with all of these vehicles, or maybe they just didn't run, because why would you leave behind a good running car?
Even though the video ends peacefully, the idea of entire cars discarded into a remote canyon and left there for decades gives the whole exploration a strangely haunting feeling. Paranormal Discovery is run by a creator known for solo overnight investigations in isolated wilderness areas, often mixing camping, spirit communication, and possible cryptid activity. His videos usually feel raw and unfiltered, with a lot of focus on strange noises, unseen movement, and the growing tension of being alone deep in the woods. In this video, he returns to the Deadlands with his dog Kia, setting up a large hot tent in an area where he previously experienced disturbing activity. At first, the episode feels like a normal winter camp setup, but the atmosphere starts turning uneasy once he notices odd movement and possible visitors nearby.
Looks like someone's coming. Good girl, you stay. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Soon after, he hears strange sounds around camp and starts describing the area as having weird vibes.
That was weird. We need to get the wood. Boy. Hello? It's really strange out here.
The most unsettling stretch begins when he uses a spirit app inside the tent. The responses quickly become personal and threatening, with messages suggesting he is being followed and could be harmed if he stays.
We can throw something.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
The shadows know your name.
What the hell?
Believe us.
What the?
I'm happy.
You know my name. Can you say my name then? Can you say my name?
You're being followed.
That tension only gets worse when the app seems to reference things it should not know, making him believe something may have been with him since he arrived. Things escalate outside the tent when he hears movement, possible voices, and what sounds like hostile people in the area.
Okay, so there's someone ripping down. They just yelled F me. They literally just yelled fuck you. What the hell? I think someone came and was messing with me. Well, if they...
He begins to suspect that the same truck seen earlier may belong to a group circling the campsite. Not long after, more noises, tree knocks, and tracks in the ground make the area feel even more dangerous, especially since he cannot tell whether he is dealing with people, animals, or something else entirely. The scariest moment of the entire video happens near the end, when he tries to leave the tent.
Whoa! What the? What the? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Yo, something just barricaded me in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, check this out.
And discovers that a heavy tree has been placed directly across the entrance, effectively barricading him inside while he slept. From there, panic fully takes over. He becomes convinced that someone or something is still nearby, then injures his ankle during the final confrontation outside.
Oh, come on! Oh, shit! Whoa! Whoa! Fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit! Fuck! I just rolled my ankle. Oh! Come on! Son of a bitch! Something's out there. Hello? Show yourself! Oh, damn, my right ankle just rolled.
By the end, he abandons the investigation and leaves shaken, convinced the campsite is no longer safe. Outdoor girl Sophie is a creator known for calm, minimalist outdoor adventures, focusing on simple camping trips and realistic beginner experiences in nature. Her videos are usually peaceful, but this one adds a layer of uncertainty as she attempts something completely new, spending the night alone in a hammock. At the start, Sophie explains that despite it being spring, temperatures are still dropping below freezing at night, immediately setting up the challenge of staying warm.
And yeah, camp for the night. It is a little bit cold today, even though it's spring. It has been around negative temperatures during the night, so I just hope that I can stay warm in my sleeping bag.
As she heads deeper into the forest, she looks for a quiet, isolated spot away from other people, eventually choosing 2 trees to set up her hammock. The setup process shows her inexperience as she struggles to figure out the correct height and positioning. When she finally tests it, there is visible hesitation.
Let's see if it can hold my weight up. Oh my god. I think it's working.
But relief when it holds. Out after adding a tarp above, the setup begins to look more secure and cozy. Once darkness falls, the trip shifts into a more traditional camping routine.
It's completely dark now and it has gotten pretty cold, so I moved myself to underneath the tarp. I hope that it's a little bit less cold underneath here. And it is 7 in the evening and I'm getting pretty hungry, so time to cook up some dinner.
She cooks a warm meal and settles in. But the real challenge begins when she tries to sleep.
Okay, now it's time to try and get into this hammock. I am very much in doubt of how it will go. Oh. Okay, it's not falling down.
The hammock feels unstable, constantly moving, and she struggles with the lack of comfort and access to her gear. She even admits she does not understand why hammock camping is popular, fearing she might fall during the night. However, by morning, the experience takes a surprising turn. Despite the cold and rain during the night, Sophie reveals she actually slept well, changing her entire perspective.
I made it through the night in the hammock, and I actually did sleep pretty good. So I apologize for being so negative about the hammock yesterday. It has been cozy.
By the end, the trip feels like a success, showing that even simple, slightly uncomfortable experiences can turn into something rewarding, and that you do not need much to enjoy nature. Your Straight Explorer is run by a creator who focuses on haunted locations, abandoned sites, and paranormal investigations, often exploring dark woods, ruined structures, and places with violent local history. His videos usually combine on-the-spot reactions, spirit communication, and real fear. In this video, he returns with Lottie to a haunted forest and old mine system that viewers had strongly requested to see again. Early on, they explain the brutal history of the mines, including reports of children being whipped, women forced back to work.
So you are here. So we are heading tonight back into the haunted forest with the mines. What I did, you all asked for Lottie to come, so here she is. I'm here. This is the place where I got two crazy EVPs. One said, mind your head, or please watch your head. And the other one said, I killed them down here.
And the thing is, these mines do have horrendous history attached to them. Like awful things happen down there.
And generations of suffering underground. That backstory already makes the place feel deeply disturbing before any paranormal activity even begins. As they move deeper into the woods, and the tone grows darker when they talk about getting lost there before, a strange, tarp-covered hole with a deer skull on top, and even a deer head nailed to a tree. Those details make the forest feel dangerous in a very human way, not just supernatural. Then, once they begin spirit communication, things escalate quickly.
We're here to talk with you.
Last time I was here, something ran at me. I want to speak with you again.
I'm here.
Amen, it said, didn't it?
Whose bag is this?
The responses become unnerving, especially when they ask about going to the mine and seem to get told to stay, followed by what sounds like a whistle in the woods.
Are we going to be okay going to the mine tonight?
Welcome. Is it totally shut? What?
The investigation becomes even more unsettling near the mine, where the spirit device repeatedly references children, matching the tragic history they had just read about. Inside the mine, they try EVP work and hear strange scraping and movement-like sounds around them.
What's that noise?
It sounded almost like, you know, if you had a stick and you ran it down across the wall. That's what it sounded like to me, like someone had gone like...
Is there someone standing right there?
Can I hear 2 syllables?
Something over you.
As if something is shifting in the darkness. The scariest stretch comes later in the woods, when the device suggests children were put behind bars.
What happened when they walked out? behind bars.
They were put
They were
behind
put
bars.
behind bars? What happened when they walked out? They were put behind bars?
That's mad.
Would they have been?
I've got a really creepy feeling.
Yeah, I know, I heard something there.
I'm so sorry, I can't concentrate. I feel like someone's watching us from there.
And both explorers begin feeling watched. Soon after, they are suddenly swarmed by horseflies. Panic sets in, and they rush through the forest in red light while hearing footsteps and odd noises behind them. When they later find a bone wedged into a tree, the whole night feels less like a ghost hunt and more like something is actively driving them out.
Bone in it? A jawbone? Oh no, it's not a jaw.
What is it? Andy, what is that in the tree? Andy, I'm freaked out. What is it? What is it?
Some sort of bone.
Why is it there?
I don't know.
Andy, what the hell? Don't touch it.
Why?
What if it's cursed? Why would someone put that there?
By the end, both are badly shaken, convinced they were being followed the entire way back. Under the Weather is a camping creator who mixes relaxed wild camping videos with a more rough, improvised style, often showing the reality of solo overnights in difficult weather. His content usually feels casual and funny, but this episode takes a sudden turn into something much more unsettling during the night. In this video, he heads out for his first winter camp, setting up beside a river in very wet conditions. Early on, the focus is on the usual camp routine, trying to get a fire going in soggy ground, unpacking a new winter sleeping bag, and settling into camp despite the bad weather. The mood stays light for a while, especially when he starts making coffee and accidentally spills milk everywhere, followed by a messy attempt at cooking chicken wings over the fire. Once he retreats into the tent for the night, the video starts to change. The sound of the nearby waterfall already makes the camp feel isolated.
Right, I think that's me ready to settle in. Trying out the new bag, which says pretty cozy. I think I'm actually going to be too hot.
Whereas the truly disturbing part begins in the middle of the night, when he suddenly wakes up and starts reacting to noises outside the tent.
The thing is, I'm kind of on an island here, so there's river on that side, river on that side. It's very hard to get down here if it's a human, that is. Hello?
He hears what sounds like a person nearby and becomes increasingly alarmed, even saying he has a knife with him. What makes the moment especially creepy is that he keeps reminding himself that nobody should realistically be able to reach him easily because of the water surrounding the campsite. Things escalate further when he hears more unexplained sounds outside, including what he describes as laughing and possible footsteps in the water. He starts panicking, jokes darkly about being stuck there for the night, and clearly goes from suspicious to genuinely scared. By morning, the danger seems gone. But the overnight stay has changed completely from a simple winter camp into a tense and vulnerable solo night, where he felt trapped with something moving just outside his tent.